Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shining Brighter. My name is Nick, and I wanted to welcome you all here. This is my first ever video on YouTube, and it is November 24th at approximately 3:30 in the afternoon. You know, this is not only my first video, but it's also the beginning of my new life. And what better way to celebrate the beginning of my new life than to meeting new and amazing people and genuinely doing whatever I can to help each and every one of you learn how to shine brighter. We all have a light inside of us, and unfortunately, in this day and time, most of us are seeing our lights diminished. Part of it is our own fault, and understanding that is the beginning to the road to recovery. A lot of it comes from outside sources, mainly other people, and generally people who are unhappy with their own lives and their own selves and choose to project onto other people that they perceive as weak instead of realizing that they're just good people. Now, I was always a good person, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I've always been a people pleaser, and I was the nice guy. And it cost me throughout my life. I've been through a lot of frustration, pain, sadness, confusion, not understanding why I was going through the things I was going through. And really, this whole last year was very trying for me. I've been through a lot. And it wasn't up until just about 2 months ago that I finally made the decision to start this YouTube channel. Now, I thought initially that the past year and everything I went through was what led me here, but as I grow and I understand more and I work more on myself, what I've realized is it's my entire life that's led me to this point. And even though I went through a lot of negativity and a lot of sadness and hurt, it's made me who I am now. And I am very proud of who I am. I am no longer the nice guy. I understand my value. I understand my worth. And now I am what I call a good man. And there's a strong difference between the nice guy and a good man. And that difference is knowing my worth and my value. Now, in the upcoming months, I'm going to be working on a certification to become a life coach. I have recently really come to understand that we all have gifts in our lives. Um, a lot of us don't know them, we don't understand them. And it took me this entire time to finally see what my gift is. And my gift is to help people. I enjoy doing it. I've always liked it and I've always done it. So why not make that my job? I came from the long time understanding of get a solid job, get something with security, something that has a pension, work hard, save money, save up for trips and expenses. And after 32 years, you'll be able to retire and you'll probably still have to work a side job. I was doing that until recently. I realized that even though what I was doing was a noble profession, unfortunately, that profession no longer aligns with my values. And I had to make that change and walk away. For those wondering, I'm a police officer, and I've been a police officer for 23 years. I'm currently at the rank of sergeant, and I am about 8 years away from my retirement and my pension. A lot of people will tell me that I'm crazy for walking away when I'm so close. But when you're not happy with what you do, money doesn't matter. And that's the one thing that I think a lot of people really need to understand. You need to be happy doing what you're doing. You need to want to do it. And as much as I still believe in the profession, I no longer believe in the way it's being run and the people running it. Now, I've also had strife in my professional, personal life. Um, and sadly, the two mirror each other in the personality type that I was dealing with. And I was dealing with it because they were very good at keeping me down because I didn't know my value and my worth. Um, but finally, the last straw happened, and it dawned on me what I was subjecting myself to, and that's where it was my fault. I allowed it to happen because I kept believing that if I just showed these people that I'm a good person, and that I'm a nice guy, that eventually they would see it and they would recognize my value and my worth. The problem is that just never happened, and it just never was going to happen. And what I'd like to do to start off today is to talk about the most important term and the most important aspect of your life that is the basis for everything. And that is respect. And it starts with self-respect. All too often, we don't respect ourselves because we don't know that we're not respecting ourselves. We go along, we listen to other people, we follow along with whatever's going on. And unless you're, an extrovert and you take charge and you lead, and even people like that are not always happy and don't always respect themselves. And it's not because we don't want to, it's simply because we don't know any better. And it took me a long time, a lot of frustration, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain to finally come to that understanding. Once I did, and I started respecting myself, and I started to change, and I understood my value and my worth. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way because I'm not an arrogant person. And it doesn't mean that you are if you understand your value and your worth. What's important is once you understand it and you understand respect for yourself, that you expect and demand the same respect that you give in return. If you don't, then you're just going to continue to be a doormat for people. And oftentimes it's not because people don't like you, and it's not because they want to walk all over you, but if that's what you're presenting, that's what you're going to get. It's important that we all learn these lessons. And over my lifetime, I have learned many lessons, but so many more lessons to still learn. And I can honestly tell you that the majority of what I needed to really learn has happened within the last year because of what's gone on in my life. Um, Respect is the basis for everything, like I said. And because I have now learned that, people are looking and treating me differently. People understand that I'm no longer going to tolerate what I used to, that I'm not going to accept being treated the way I was. And there are some people who applaud me and, they understand what I've been through and they understand the work that I've done to get here. And then there are those who absolutely can't stand it because they don't have control anymore. They can't project their insecurities and weaknesses on me anymore, and they can't make themselves feel better by doing it. And quite honestly, as much as I wanted to hate those people, I realized that that is not the answer. Hate is a very strong word and strong emotion, and I really don't have any room for it. I don't want to waste the energy on hate. And when I think of those people, I actually now have come to the conclusion that I pity them. They cannot look themselves in the mirror and understand their own insecurities, their own weaknesses, their own narcissistic behaviors. And they can't even fathom that they might be the problem. Often cases, they just don't want to look in the mirror and see the true reflection. They want to just keep going on believing that they're the greatest things since sliced bread and everybody else around them, should fall into line and worship them. And that's a very, very sad life to live. I don't wish that on anybody. And that's why I'm here. I'm here because I have been given a gift. I finally understand what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Not what I could do or maybe what I should do, but I understand what I'm supposed to be here doing. And that's a rare gift because some people never figure it out. I have been given the gift to converse with people one-on-one basis and tell them what they need to hear, sometimes what they don't want to hear, but offer them a guiding hand, support, and a genuinely open, true person that wants them to succeed. The whole purpose of this website is to help everybody learn how they can shine brighter. That inner light is there, and it's only stifled because you don't know your own worth and your own value. You don't understand what you are capable of. You don't understand what could be. And it's not because, you know, you're not intelligent. It's not because um, any other reason other than nobody told you. And that was my case. Nobody ever told me what my worth and value was. Nobody ever told me, hey, you can do so much more. And I just went along doing what I thought I was supposed to do. And that was work hard, provide for the people that I loved, and put myself last. That's not the case anymore. I still work hard. I still provide for the people I love, but I'm not last anymore. If you can't take care of yourself enough, uh, and I mean doing the things you need to do to make yourself improve, then you can't truly help anyone else. And I will be honest with you, and I will tell you that I always believed that I had to take on everything myself. And my thought was, if I'm not strong enough to do it alone, I'm not strong enough to help anybody. But it is totally the opposite. And I'm very happy that I learned that. The first thing I did when everything really kind of started to crumble down around me was seek out a therapist. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. I'm actually very proud of myself for doing that. And when I told people around me, they were all in shock, like, you're going to therapy? And that was what I projected. But my therapist has been amazing in helping me learn and grow and understand a lot of things in my life. And my therapist also helped literally hold together the pieces that were shattering due to the events in my life. I cannot thank my therapist enough. Um, there's just no words, honestly. But aside from my therapist, I also have so many other people to thank. And it's, people that came into my life during this last year. And what I finally realized was throughout our lives, people come and go. And unfortunately, we don't realize the significant impacts that those people have on us. Some people come in for a brief time, others are there for a long time. Some come in and hurt you, others come in and help raise you up. But what we need to understand is that every single person that comes in and out of our lives comes in and out of our lives for a reason. It's the universe's way of helping us see and learn lessons that we need to learn. And a lot of what I needed was self-respect, to learn my value, um, to learn that I am worth it and that I am a good man. And also, quite honestly, to boost my confidence. I've met some really amazing people, and a lot of them are much younger than I am. And the energy and the positivity that these people have freely poured into me is nothing short of amazing. And my gratitude is off the charts for these people. Over the time doing these videos, I hope to start introducing you to some of these people. I think it's important to show that it's okay to ask for help. and to tell you what each of these people brought to my life and hopefully what I've given to them. Because I always have believed in a give and take scenario. No one should ever just take, and no one should ever just give. Reciprocity is absolutely necessary to build strong bonds and strong relationships. And I am always happy to give to the people that I care about and love. And I've also learned that it's okay to tell people that you love them and have them understand, that it's not necessarily in a romantic way. Love for your fellow person, be it man, woman, whatever, is a beautiful thing when you understand what it means. So, as the series goes on, I'm going to talk more and more about my core beliefs, um, what I think are the necessary building blocks for relationships, both personal and romantic. And I'm also going to incorporate some other ideas as I go. I look forward to reaching out to as many new people as I can and having conversations. I'm open to doing one-on-one video chats, Skype, whatever. But like I said, I'm also working on my certification as a life coach, and I'm going to start working one-on-one with people in my area. Over time, if people decide that they would like to try and meet in person, I would love the idea of traveling and having appointments with people and meeting them and learning to help. Because, like I said at the beginning, we all have a light inside of us. Many of us are stifled. My gift is to help learn how to show you how you can shine brighter. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to meeting many, many new and wonderful people. Take care of yourselves, know your worth and your value, respect yourselves, and I love you all.